See if that's it.
I talked to him
Text
when I-
Jeremy, tell him it's meeting time. Tay, where's Tay? Good place for it. Tom, what sold yours?
Mattress,
What closed it?
Ranger.
Good job. Melody C, Jeremy, that's the new kid.
Hey, come over here to 135.
Liz, Lauren,
All right,
Alexis, Marcus, John Tay. Trudy, what sold yours?
The stays in the market.
What closed it?
The different scents. Making the house smell good.
Ashley, Joe Bradley, what sold yours?
Her husband had ALS and bad allergies, and what closed it was the super clean spot on the carpet that they realized.
Everybody slide back, so we can put some more chairs in here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Hugo sold, Joe sold, Amber sold, George G, where's George? Not here. Frank, what sold yours?
The granddaughter had chronic asthma and she just had an attack on Tuesday.
That's unfortunate, but that's good.
Yeah, and so when she knew that she can do automatic payments.
The thing you gotta be careful is where you don't say good in the house.
Hey.
My granddaughter just had an asthma attack. Oh, that's great. Yeah, baby, we're gonna work this one today.
When she found out she could do automatic payments, she was like, okay, good, let's go.
Cool.
Justin, Corbin, Steve, Miriam, Liz, Tom, Joe Bradley, what sold yours?
Her daughter had really bad asthma, so we did the whole demo in her daughter's room, and she decided to that if she had to sacrifice buying a house, she was gonna buy a ring for her daughter.
Well, let me tell you what. She ain't getting that house anyway. Her
Yeah.
credit ain't worth a shit.
Yeah.
I love it when a person's, I'm gonna buy a house, and we go and run their credit, and it's a sub.
Yeah,
Wasn't it a sub?
it was yeah.
Yeah. They ain't getting no house, I can guarantee you that.
Yeah. Well, no, she's actually just buying the house she's renting.
Oh, she can buy that, she doesn't, because she's not gonna have to qualify, that's owner finance.
Yeah.
So that ain't gonna matter anyway.
Yeah.
See, and that's a question you gotta ask. Well, I'm gonna buy a house, have you found the house yet?
Yeah.
That's a good question to ask. Well, about a year from now, I'm gonna tell you what looks better. Something you paid for 12 months. And if you've done the demo all right, you found the payment in the house by stuff they're gonna save.
Yep.
Especially if, well, we're trying to build our credit. You know, the best way to build your credit is something new that you're paying for.
Yep.
And if it's on auto draft, you can't miss that one. That's the best way to build your credit. Okay, Justin Heisner sold. Justin. Melvin, what sold yours?
They had allergies and pets, and so it picked up a lot of those.
This is Jimmy, do you mind if I take you? Scott said you interrupted his meeting. Jimmy said, you got a meeting going on?
Tell Jimmy I got something for him. And I'll give it to you in Canada. Laura Freeland, Tay sold, Connor sold, Justin sold, Daryl sold, Liz sold, Juanita sold. Alan, what sold yours?
They were actually ready to buy the air wash. Mattress closed. Mattress is 2 months old. So that's all.
So what you did is you went and signed them up on an insurance policy for the mattress.
Yes, sir.
That's good. That always helps. There's your chair. Okay, what do you guys want to work on?
Close that, you did the same thing you did in the meeting today about they asked. Try to keep from getting enough.
No, you're gonna get a no. No's not a problem. But it's knowing what to do with the no.
That's what I'm talking about.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I've got some people here that have no clue how to close. Bing, bing, there. Okay, guys, here's the thing. Here's the thing you've got to do. Before you go to the proof book, George Brown, go find me some magic markers.
Here.
That brings up 2nd down and 10. It's incomplete.
Okay, you go through the proof book. Okay, the first thing you've got to do is, Mr. Jones, let me ask you a question. What do you think of the rainbow? You've got to get the script out, and you just got to follow it all the way through. Nobody's following it all the way through. We're getting right here, but we're leaving all of the commitments out. Does that make sense? The most important one is, Mrs. Jones, what do you think of the rainbow? You've got to ask those questions. Okay, now we get down to the end. We've done the we've done the rain jet. We've done the aquamate. Now we come back and say, Mrs. Jones, let me ask you a question. But, see here, you've got your 3-week story. What needs to be in there? Let me give you an idea what you can expect the first 3 weeks you have a rainbow. Okay, now a 3-week story is the person that vacuums 2 or 3 times a week. The one that vacuums 1 or 2 times a week. Okay, now the person that vacuums every other week, it's not a 3-week story. Does that make sense? You can't take and try to move somebody that never vacuums to vacuuming all the time. How about the lady that vacuums every 3 weeks? It's going to be a 5 or 6 month deal. Here's what you can expect the first 5 or 6 months. Because when you have somebody that only vacuums every 3 weeks, what's going to be their response why they don't do it more? It's always going to be the same, which is crap. Right?
It's too late.
Okay, because I could pick on, it's like a fat person that says, I don't have time to work out. Right? But they've got plenty of time to eat 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so they have time, but it's just not a priority. And you don't want to get in and cross that bridge. So, here's the first 6 weeks you have a rainbow in your house. Here's what you can expect. Let me ask you a question. How clean you want the air in your house? See, that's their answer. It's not me pushing it on them.
What was your question?
How clean do you want the air in your house? Just clean? Okay, well, we're okay there. So let me ask you a question. How often are you going to be running the rainbow to get you clean air? It's their opinion. See, it's not me pushing it on. Because see, if you came in my house and told me I had to have it running on low all the time, and I had to turn it on high every day, you wouldn't sell me. You wouldn't sell me. We've had a couple of them come back in the last 2 weeks because the customers didn't see that much difference overnight. Right?
Things don't change overnight.
So whatever their answer is the right answer for them.
You put it back to them.
At least once a week. Yeah.
So how clean do you want it? Well, I want it as clean as I can get it. Okay, so how often are you going to have to be running the rainbow? I guess I'm going to have to run it a lot. That'll work. But what's the first thing you absolutely have to get rid of? If you aren't getting the right answer there, your backhill sucks. Does that make sense? You have not made that point. Because see, the only way you can get clean air in the house is to do what? You got to get rid of their vacuum cleaner. There's a transition you don't have in there. Mr. Jones, if I went and set the rainbow right up here and I ran it for 3 days straight, would that solve your dust problem? Absolutely not. See, it's not a question, it's a statement. If you really want to get rid of the dust in your house, the first thing you've got to do is you got to get it out of the furniture. Because you got a blizzard of dead skin. You've got to get it out of your carpet. Does that make sense? See, that's setting up your vacuum. But there's an appliance that creates 95% of the dust in your house. And some people use it every day. Some people use it twice a day. Some people use it 3 or 4 times, 2 or 3 times a week. Some people use it every other week. Some people ought to use it more than they should do. What do you think it is? My vacuum cleaner.
One person saw it say something stupid in the house.
Yeah, they'll tell you it's the air conditioner.
Yeah. Dryer.
Dryer? They'll tell you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They bought it?
Congratulations.
How much?
She didn't know I called back.
I don't have my right phone on me. I'll find out. See, that's stupid. See, that's what I have to deal with. Does that make sense?
I'm confused, but.
Oh, listen to this. This makes no sense. I pull a bureau, they've got one trade, and it's a charge-off. There's no other credit. It didn't even pull up the FICO score. And UCFS bought it. What?
Oh, shit.
How much time have we spent on that stupid ass thing? Then finally, he goes, what should I do? I said, screw it, call UCFS. The hell, because the girl, good thing the girl was a pain in the ass and
Yeah, she's.
persistent as hell, because she didn't believe us. She just kept asking. I finally got rid of her. I gave her, says, you deal with her. I'm done. Shit, what are we gonna do? Let the finance company tell her they're just no good for shit.
Wow.
Now the finance company says, we'll buy it.
Damn.
See, nothing matched up. He was supposed to be a doctor. How the hell's a doctor have no
No
credit?
credit.
But he never could pull it. What did he pull up on Credit Karma?
He did, he forgot his password. and Yeah,
That was
exactly.
convenient. Okay, so we got our 3-week story. Okay, then the next thing you've got to do is you've got to get all this condition out of the carpet. Then you've got to get it off all the hard surface floors. Then you've got to get it off all the furnishings. See, it's a process to clean the air in your house. See, that's what we're not teaching. And we're not learning. Because are you doing that? Exactly the way I do it. Not half-assed, not part of the way, not some of the way.
So no.
Reading the script, but not making the connections you're making right here, right now.
So no.
No.
Make sense?
Mhm.
So then the thing you've got to do is you've got to get it off of everything. The final stage of getting this place clean is you've got to wash this carpet.
Just like you saw me do.
You haven't done it yet. Oh, yeah, we have done it. Yeah, just like we have. We've washed the carpet. And then what you got to do is you got to wash all the hard surface floors. Okay, now after that, how's your house going to smell?
I was gonna say, great.
How's your air going to feel?
Wonderful.
How's your allergies going to be?
Well, breathe.
Does that make sense? So I only have one more dumb question. How'd you all decide to get a rainbow? Okay, their answer is, I can't right now. If it's gonna be a no, that's the only thing it can be, right? If it's a no, that's what they're gonna say. Okay, now, what's the first thing you should do after that?
Say, okay.
Actually.
I'm gonna pause.
Yeah.
Before I say okay. Okay, now why am I gonna pause? What would a pause do for you? What pause would be, what response would come from a pause?
Well, I mean, it's these kind of, what was your question? They're kind of anticipating you to go at them, but you're, no.
No, I've kept the pressure on with a pause. I didn't take the pressure off with the pause.
They're gonna
The pressure's
explain
still.
to you why
They're
they
telling
can't
you
right
why.
now.
Yeah.
Give them a second chance to think about it, and they could possibly change their mind.
The other day. Ask the question one more time. Please.
Why does he pause? Why does he pause before he says okay?
Oh, okay.
He who speaks first loses the deal.
Well, let me tell you what my brain told me. Because it's my demo, right? See, you guys can only think of what you'll get out of your demos. Because you don't do what I do. See the difference? So out of my demo, what would I get?
Get the spouse to say something. You're waiting on the spouse to say something. Or them to start talking.
The first thing that came to me is they're going to tell me why they want and why they like a rainbow. That's what my brain tells me. And the nice thing about it is it's normally not wrong when it comes to responses off of a statement. Hope everybody's windows are up. Bonehead, go roll your windows up. It's raining.
Car needs washing on the inside.
Sun's shining.
It's not gonna be any good once you get done.
Water wash there.
Who the hell leaves your windows down? Anyway.
You never know what.
Okay, but see, the thing about it is, they're gonna tell me why they want it.
Yeah.
Cause I've never had anybody that really doesn't want it. Does that make sense? You know, we just can't do it right now, but I really want one,
I love
and
it.
we really need one,
Yeah.
and I really like it. Okay. Let me ask you a question. See, those of you that are coming from over there, the meeting we had over there to here, see, I said okay to break the ice, and then where'd I go from there? I went to make sure I honest to God had a yes. If you're not getting this, you don't have a yes. Does that make sense? If they're not going, I absolutely love it. Oh my God, we need it. You know, it upsets me. But see, where's your jug? Does that make sense? It's in their hands. Where's your claws? All spread out, all 35 of them. Okay, now the thing about it is, I may go, well, let me ask you a dumb question. When would you like to get rid of that condition?
Yesterday.
See, now I just put what? No, let's change this. They just put what in it, a now factor. They're the ones that took it to now. It wasn't me. So you really like to get rid of it right now?
Absolutely.
Okay, I got a dumb question. You want a rainbow, you need a rainbow, you want one today, so what's stopping you from getting it?
Well, you know, we actually just, we got this car that we're paying for, and we just have a couple of months left on it, so we really can't afford to add anything else to the, to our bottom line. I mean, I need it, but that, you know, after I pay the car note off, then we'll be able to do this.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If the car note was paid off yesterday, would you be buying today?
Absolutely.
Which payment plan would you go on?
Well, I think I would knock it out pretty quick, because I like the.
How much is your car payment?
Car payment is $500.
You're gonna use all of it towards the rainbow? You're not gonna go buy a new car, are you?
No, we've been paying this thing for,
You wanna get a little bit of relief?
yes.
So you're gonna take all the money and put it straight towards your rainbow?
I wouldn't take all the money, but, I would have that room left though, so yeah. I think
If
as
you
much as
wanted
I
to, you could.
Yeah, I could.
You'd have a little breathing room, so if something came up.
Yeah, because in a couple months we'll have an extra $500 anyway.
Okay, so let me see if I understand what you're saying. 90 days from now, you can afford a payment.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
So if there was no down, when could you make that payment? See, I may have got that commitment, but it's not gonna change my question.
Right. So you said there was no down?
There's no down, when could you make that payment, that $83 payment?
Oh, I'll do that today. That's no problem.
See, do you know why you guys don't get that answer? Because you changed the question.
Yeah.
You changed the question.
They don't
It
ask.
doesn't matter what commitments I've got, because as soon as I got a commitment, they have no value until I get a yes and on a contract. My closing does not change. That's the only way you can know what to do, and it doesn't matter what they say. If I haven't got a yes, I've got to get a yes. Does that make sense? Let me back up and say, okay, Alan, do you really want a rainbow?
Absolutely.
Do you really honestly see yourself buying one?
Yes,
It's a lot of money, though.
it is.
You're still gonna buy one even if it's a lot of money? I may take the objection they had earlier and throw back at them,
Yeah.
because I want a yes. Because if you don't get a yes, you can't get it today. You gotta get a yes first. See, it's just like Tay the other day, Saturday, the customer says, oh, absolutely, I want one. I don't know what the hell was gonna change in a year. Because she already had all those commitments when she called. She goes, oh, she's got this and this and this, and she told me if her first payment was a year from now, she'd buy right now. I said, well, go over and congratulate her until her first payment's due 12 months from now. And she can tell her that she gets to start cleaning today. And it was that easy. There was no fighting with them. It was no. But see, most of you don't have a yes that they're going to buy a rainbow. And you're trying to close them. Tell them I'll call him back. But you gotta have a yes. And then whatever it is, it's okay. And I don't care when it is. I don't care if it's 5 years from now. It doesn't change. Okay, at that time, how would you pay for it?
Cash.
In 5 years?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
What are you gonna do, rob a bank between now and then?
I just save a couple of
$2,000 a
$100.
week.
A year? Because that's all you'll have to do. $300 a year, you just about got it paid off. But see, you're not gonna get 5 years.
No, you're not. They're always gonna say like 6 months, a year, or something like that. Maybe 2, but most of the time like 6 months to a year.
And they tell you cash.
They just say cash.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Why do you wanna pay cash?
I don't like
You're-
payments.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You're into saving?
Absolutely.
That's a setup question. That's a setup question. Right? Because how are they gonna say anything else? Because you know where I'm going with, I'm gonna use it against them.
Yeah, well, you know.
You're into saving, right?
So why would you?
Okay,
You know, it makes sense.
Why would you?
okay, so in 5 months, you're gonna have enough money saved that you can just write me a check for, or are you gonna rob a bank?
No,
How are you gonna come up with, $3,000 in 5 months?
well, I mean, I get paid twice a month, and I can just take, about $300 after every paycheck, and you put it aside
But let me ask you a question. When do you wanna get this condition out?
now.
Okay, so basically, let me see if I really understand what you said. You're into saving, because you don't like to pay interest.
Depends on the month. Had a bad month last month, so that's my fault.
Make sense? See, it's not payments. That's just a natural response, because you can't cash that objection. So basically, you don't like interest.
No, not at all.
Okay, so
I don't believe in it.
I got a couple silly questions for you. So if you could start cleaning now and have it just like you paid cash in 5 months,
Yeah, no, that is good.
So I save up, and then so you're saying basically I wouldn't have to worry about.
I have a no interest loan. I have a no interest loan,
Okay.
so you don't have to pay interest.
Oh, well, that's.
Let me ask you another, would you rather have 6 months or 12 months?
You left here about an hour.
No, let's go with 12 months just in case. I can knock it out in 6, but I think let's go with 12 months.
You wanna do that?
Yeah.
You wanna put anything down?
Mm,
Better if you do. You got $100? I need you to get in your shoe fund,
Yeah,
or your clothing fund,
yeah, my hair fund, yeah.
or your hair fund, or your golf fund,
Yeah.
or your fishing fund, or your hunting fund, because I can see what's going on in the house. You know pretty well what they do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, Mrs. Jones, how much you gonna put down? You gotta get in your first fund.
No, especially right there.
I know, you don't wanna go there very much. Can I get $100 from you?
50,
100? 50? 150? You wanna do 150?
75?
Okay. And you're gonna do how much?
I do 100.
So, okay, so you can do 93, because that makes it an even amount, okay?
Wow. Where, yeah.
What's way $200?
Well, you just went out looking for shoes, and instead of being 70, they were 93. So what would you have done? I'd have bought them. Yeah, you're not gonna miss out a good deal on shoes. No. Don't have to do it. That just makes it an even loan. And it makes it easier for him to get it paid off. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do $193 down. In 45 days, you're gonna have a payment. My recommendation is a small payment. Because see, we have fat months and skinny months. You know what fat months are?
Those are good money ones.
There's more, yeah, they're good money months. More money than bills. So what you can do is you can double and triple, like you said, $300 a paycheck. And then skinny months, it's like, oh my God, I'm glad it's a little payment this month. I didn't expect this. And that's gonna be why you want the 12 months.
Right.
So you can definitely get it paid off. You wanna go ahead and do that deal?
Yeah, sounds great.
You want me to call the office and get it okay?
You can do it? You can do it?
I can call the office, yes.
Okay.
Can I do it? I'm hoping that we can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it.
But you wanna do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
So what was the hoping for?
Because it
I'm
may
playing the
affect
game,
that.
I'm playing the game.
That's what I hear.
Because see, the thing about it is, I can't make any decisions. I just gotta know. Have you ever went and bought a car? You fight with them over down payment, then you fight with them over payment, and then finally it gets to price. And then they finally say, okay, So the biggest payment you can afford is what? And what's the most you can put down?
500.
I'm gonna have to have 1,000. You want the car, you need the car, you're gonna look good in it,
When can you get it?
You can't drive with one arm.
so you need 1,000. Okay, so do you want me to get that okay from the sales manager?
Yeah.
Okay. Everything you're getting okayed, you know what you can do, and so do they. So what they do is they go back and they stick their head in the sales manager's office and go, they go take a leak, and they get him a cup of coffee, and they come back, and it's like, got it, buddy. I went to battle for you. That's the game that's played. You've got to play the same game.
Get some coffee, take
You've got to, huh?
Get some coffee, take a leak.
You just can't go get coffee and take a leak, but that's what they do. Have you ever went out and bought a car every time they come back with a drink?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're in there, we got it okay. If they ever turn down the offer that you made,
No.
because they've already cut the deal and okayed it before they left. They know exactly what they can get away with. They know exactly where the margins are, where they have to be, what they can give up on the price. They know all that stuff. Ask Alan, he sold cars. Does that make sense? But see, the first thing they gotta do is what?
Be okay.
They gotta make sure you want the damn car. That's why you come back, it's like Mrs. Jones, if you had a Rainbow, what would be the first thing you'd clean with it?
A mattress.
Why?
Because I didn't realize I was sleeping.
You know what, another thing I'm not getting from people, when you call out, just, hey, Mr. White, I'm just finishing, you know, they absolutely love the mattress. They liked it because of the mattress. I've never heard anybody tell me why. Why aren't you telling me why they want to clean the mattress? You do.
I asked.
And you know it and you repeat it. Mrs. Jones says she wants to clean the mattress because she has said she is absolutely not sleeping on it another night. She said she'll sleep on the floor, but then she found out it's dirty. Then she said she was going to sleep on the couch and found out it ain't where the crap eating. She sounded like there. She's basically, we've got to the point that if she doesn't have a Rainbow, she's going to be standing up in the corner sleeping.
The wall's dirty too, so.
See, and that's where the difference is. But see, that because I know you're there. But you can't be making stuff up because they're going to know you're lying to them.
I didn't say that.
So when they say no, it's okay. And if you haven't got a strong yes, you better get one. And do you think I'm going to be upset if you call and say, well, you know what? They just really don't want one. They don't like it. I don't have a problem with that. Don't set me up to talk to the customer if they gave you a $500 value. I don't need to talk to that idiot. Because I'll say something. What did I say?
I would just like to say that, see that.
I said, that's a stupid. There ain't no doubt. That's an insult. Pack your shit and get out of there. And I know they can hear what I'm saying.
Good for them.
Because it was a stupid, you know. He was an engineer.
Oh, yeah, they know.
They usually.
They know where. Oh, man, the analytics.
They're not as smart as they think they are.
Yeah, you know what the funniest thing about it is? They don't make as much money as we do. That's where the difference
They
is.
get mad.
Okay, real quick, what'd you get out of the meeting that'll help you the most?
3 weeks, backhill,
Your backheel's gotta be good.
yes.
You gotta make sure you've got your shake and bake in there, and it's gotta be in there.
Get all your commitments and go to the post like it's written.
Written, follow the script, it's written out.
Make sure you get a yes before you call Scott, because he's got other shit to do.
Why do you want it? The question, ask the right question.
You gotta get why.
Pick me up.
Get the commitments.